Africans need to stand up like never before. Because you see, we cannot keep quiet when injustice prevails. With the recent happenings in the US entertainment industry as we speak today, which has targeted the blacks in America, I'll tell you, normally it is a place they call a land for the free, a land for the brave. But America is not free for the blacks. And the earlier we come to this realization, the better for every one of us. Why is it that it is when PDD start talking about the blacks agenda, the black agenda? Why is it that that is when they have to start fighting it? Africans need to be wise. Now they are using fellow black artists to even say condescending words about PDD. The agenda of the white supremacy still exists today. It is very just now that I'm talking about. I'm talking to you. Until we are ready as blacks to face issues the way issues appears, then we are not ready to move. Let me center this here. But for the fact that it became a center of large targets to the American government or people that control the system, this is because he had begun to own his future in his hands and making it known for all blacks. I mean all blacks, not just blacks in America, because when the blacks in America are free, blacks worldwide are free. I'm talking of people of African descent, for goodness sake. This is what I'm talking about. For him becoming involved in African agenda, which is the black agenda, which goes against the evil code of this white supremacy. I say this because of this white supremacy. Follow me closely. If you look really closely, you will have to, with an open mind, you will think what I'm thinking and you will say what I'm saying. It had never been a problem, as it's still not a problem for the American government to ignore such acts by other members of their system or agenda. But as soon as one become liberated, or they assume there is a threat, because when you free the black movement, it's like a threat to them. But as soon as one become a voice, it becomes a threat. Why? Because the blacks agenda, they never want the black agenda to continue. And this is what has affected Africa. This is what has affected the black race. And they still want to put us down there as if there's slavery that still exists today. You people were the one that said human right. You don't have the right, like you can never say, maybe probably in this your word power, in this your word meeting that you entered. The thing is simple, and we must come to the realization of these terms. That as Africans, we're going to support our brothers in America and let them know that you have to come back home. Africa is the only place that nobody will tell you that is not yours. Nobody will tell you. You're there in America, and they tend to tie you because you want to say something else. Okay, now let's go back to the subject. Let's go back to the main issue, because I don't want to deviate. I just want us to get these PDD issues. People are quick to cast aspersions, to say they want to put his money behind black agenda for black voice to be heard in the US. Because as we speak, blacks are nowhere. The poorest community in the US is the black community. You have the Asians, you have the China, America, you have all of them there. But it's only the black that is that. Now the blacks want to liberate themselves, just like the way you took Martin Luther King. As we speak, the same white supremacy is in the soil of Africa. That was how they socialized fellow blacks to fight against Kwame Nkrumah. And his own cousin killed him. We're talking of Kotoka. Of recent, Gaddafi of Libya, that wants the liberation of Africa, that wants the liberation of black. He was blackmailed and he was killed. How long are we going to continue to allow this same white supremacy to undermine our struggle? I thought they said we're all humans. I thought they said the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is for all humans. But the way it seems, we are not. Look at the likes of Burna Boy, the African activist that PDD tend to support. All of these things, the white supremacy never want a voice for Africa. Whenever a voice is right, they bring him down. And the white supremacy will not come out to even say they are doing this. They will use fellow blacks to be doing it. Look at what 50 Cent is doing. Because he's ignorant about the fact that he's being used. Let's go down to memory lane. All the blacks that have risen in time past to say we must have black agenda, they have been killed, assassinated. Is it not time that fellow Africans will come together and support themselves? Is it not time? If as influential as PDD in the industry, we're allowing the white supremacy, the capitalist, to time what kind of laws that doesn't exist, that is only favorable to them. When I tell people that there's no justice in this world, they don't believe me. But the fact is that there is no justice anywhere in this world. I just hope that you blacks in America, you all stand up and say enough is enough. You all stand up and say enough is enough. This is the reason people like us are not even thinking of even visiting the US because we don't need it. We don't need the US. We have everything here in Africa. Everything. Everything. We are so wealthy here. Everything. So when you think of sponsoring your propaganda in the mainstream media, we are wise enough to tell our own stories. We're seeing everything that is happening. And we're going to say never again. Blacks in America, you guys should just man up. You guys should just read the lines. Lots of you that are doing fabulously well there. In my next video, I'm going to highlight some names. Blacks truly need to come together to defend the black race. Otherwise, our children